Zayna from Orlando, Florida. And have you ever been at serenade night and you keep thinking like, man, our song is so lame, like I wish it could be cooler, or you're in the dining hall singing the same old songs and you're getting kind of bored? Well, I've got an idea for you. Today's lesson is going to be a little bit on acapella, or just some musical tips to kind of make your songs more exciting. This could be something that you do with your friends. It could be something you do at camp, again with your cabin, or during serenade night or something like that. Or it can even be something that you teach to yourself and then kind of do with yourself. There's a lot of apps that have like acapella stuff. So I'm gonna teach you a few tips and tricks on how to make a song super cool. So what you'll need for this video is a cup of any kind, plastic, paper, really any cup works. Probably not glass though, don't use a glass cup. And your voice, and that's pretty much all you're gonna need, so let's get started. So first, let's kind of break down what acapella really is. So I guess more strictly, acapella is making music using strictly your voice. This could be making sound effects of like drums, harmonizing, really just only using your voice. Although there's a looser kind of term of acapella, which is kind of what we're gonna be doing, which is making music without any instruments. So not only using your voice, but incorporating body like snaps or taps or claps or something like that to kind of emulate a different instrument. So that's basically how we're going to be doing things today. So I guess the best way to get started is to kind of teach you guys how to come up with some of these sounds and what to do if you want to make your music a little bit more exciting. So the best way for me to think about it is kind of to think about it in two different ways. So there is thinking about it in terms of instruments and how to emulate an instrument sound and how to kind of sound like a different instrument. So for example, if I hear a drum set and I want to kind of sound like a drum set, I listen to the sounds that the set makes and I try to make those sounds with my voice or my body somehow. The second way to do it is harmonization. So how can I harmonize with the melody and sing along, not the exact same melody, but kind of sing it either a little bit higher, a little bit lower, and make the melody sound more interesting, not just background music. For this particular video, I wanted to start off with the instrument side of things. So when I thought of this song, I thought, okay, what instruments do I think would sound really cool? And what I wanted was drums. For you guys, you can pick any instrument that you guys think you might want or something to sound like. It's really easy to kind of just look up any instruments or listen to a band or the original song and kind of listen for what you think you hear. So what I really wanted was cymbals. So I honestly went online and I kind of listened to what different cymbals on a drum set sound like, and I tried to find ways with my body or my voice to sound like that instrument. So for me, what I ended up coming up with, and for every person it's going to be different, it's whatever you want it to sound like. I chose a sound kind of with my teeth, and that's the sound that I went with that I thought sounded closest to the cymbals, but you guys can choose anything you want. So once you choose that sound, you kind of choose a rhythm that you want to go to with. So you could do something like or anything that you really want, and anything that'll fit with your song. So that is the first thing that I chose to kind of sound like a set of cymbals and to add a little extra layer to the song that's not just singing. The next thing I didn't even include my voice at all, and it was really, really easy. I just snapped. that's a really, really easy way to add a cool effect or a cool sound that wasn't originally in there, and it like layers the piece and it sounds really, really fun. I chose snapping, but you can choose clapping, maybe tapping on your legs, really tapping on a table or anything like that creates an effect of like a drum or any sort of rhythm section kind of thing that is not necessarily like vocalizing or with your voice or singing in any way. So that is another thing that I did and something that you guys can do too. So, and especially during like serenade night, or if you're just hanging out with friends and harmonizing, or if you're gonna make a video like I am, snapping, clapping, any sort of body percussion is a really, really great way to go. Super easy, and it sounds really, really good. The next thing that I did was kind of in the middle of that instrument and harmonizing. I took a melody kind of that I thought would fit with the piece that I was doing and the song that I was doing, and I just did it on ooh. Instead of actually singing the words, I went ooh, and that adds a different layer. It's a different texture because you don't necessarily hear the words, and it could be something that you would hear from like any wind instrument, a violin, even a guitar or a piano. So it's something that's not necessarily singing the words but adds a different layer. So I put the headphones in and I listened to what I sounded like singing it, and I kind of just messed around and sang ooh until I found something that I thought sounded really good with what I was singing. It's also something that's really easy to do, especially if you don't know the words to something, which to me happened at serenade night all the time. So I would just sing ooh because it sounded really good. It was a different layer, a different texture, and it was fun, and everyone really liked it. So if you want something simple to do, just try singing ooh along with whatever you're doing. You could do ah, ee, anything that you really want. It's a different layer, different texture, and super easy and very fun. So the next part of what I did was more on the harmonization side. So I actually sang the lyrics and I was physically singing, but I wasn't singing the original melody. So if I had the melody at I got my ticket for the long way round, I would try to harmonize that, and I did one that was lower than what it sounded like and one that was significantly higher, so that you get all three kind of layers. If you're singing in a choir, have ever sang in a choir at school or in church, you know that there's 4-part harmony. It can be really any part, but you have kind of the guys that sing pretty low and then the girls that sing pretty high, and we're all singing different notes, but it sounds awesome together. Well, you can actually do that with yourself or with your friends. Feel free to use the entire range of your voice. That adds a lot of texture, makes it sound like there's a lot of people singing, and it sounds really, really cool. So for the low one, I did basically what I did for the oohs. I put the headphones in and listened to myself singing it originally, and I kind of tried to match what would sound good but much lower. So later on, when you hear the video, the mashup at the very end, the low one, I tried to go as low as I can, and sometimes it was pretty hard because my voice is pretty high naturally, but you can try to go as low as you want and really experiment with what your voice can do. I also tried to test my voice as high as it could go, and I went above the original melody and tried to mash up what I could do there and see what it sounded good. And I kind of just got creative. Even if you don't sing the words exactly or ad-lib and add something really creative and fun, that's what makes this whole thing really, really cool. So the best way to do it, again, is to put headphones in and listen to either yourself singing the original or someone else singing the original, and then just kind of sing along to think what you would sound good. A lot of times you can even look up online original song covers with harmonies, and you can kind of get an idea of what harmony to do when you do that. So that's how I did the harmonization. If you have a piano at home, a keyboard, or you play any instruments, or any of your siblings play any instruments in the house, that's also another really good way of trying to find harmony. Not necessarily with wind instruments, but for instruments like piano and guitar, you can sing and actually play, and that'll help you get an idea of what your harmonies can sound like, because sometimes that's really hard to figure out. So now that we've kind of gone through everything, take some time to maybe pause the video, rewind, and come up with some of your own sounds or own harmonies or any song that you want, and think of ways that you can make it a cappella and be your own little one-man band, one-man choir, to kind of just test it out and practice. At the end of this video, I will be showing you my mashup of what I decided to do for the cup song. Definitely practice with the cup song. I think that one is really easy to kind of get the hang of. And but once you've kind of gotten the hang of it, definitely feel free to choose whatever song you want and mess around with it and find ways that you can make it a cappella. Ticket for the long way round, 2 bottles of water for the way, and I sure would like some sweet company, and I'm leaving tomorrow. What do you say? When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere, oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Okay, so for those of you that might not know the cup song and what to actually do with the cup, I'm going to do a brief little lesson on how to do that. This video mainly is for like a cappella purposes and teaching different a cappella things, but I want you guys to be able to try this video. So I'm going to do a quick little lesson on how to do the cup song, and then if you still need more help, rewind the video, keep practicing it, but the real idea of the video is a cappella. But here we go with some of the cup song stuff. So to start, we're gonna go clap, clap, 1, 2, 3, clap, move, over. So that's the first half of it. Let's go back, try that again. Clap, clap, 1, 2, 3, clap, move, over. If you still need more practice with that, pause the video, rewind. I think you can even slow it down, so do that too. Again, one more time. Clap, clap, 1, 2, 3, clap, move, over. Okay, the next part is a little bit trickier. You're going to clap, grab it where it's kind of upside down, tap the top, and then put it back so the cup is right side up. So let's try that again. Just like that. If you need more help, rewind it again. We'll do it one more time. You're gonna clap, grab, tap, put down. All right, so let's do this from the beginning up to there. So clap, clap, 1, 2, 3, clap, move, over, clap, grab, tap, put down. Awesome. Okay, so this last part is also just a little bit tricky. So we just put it down. You're gonna grab it with your other hand, but also kind of upside down, tap the table or whatever you're using, and then flip it back around and you're ready to start over. So that last move is going to be, once you've tapped it down, you're gonna pick it up, tap, and down. So if that was a little confusing or you still need to work it with the other parts, stop the video, rewind, slow it down a little bit. But for now, we're gonna do the whole thing and hopefully you guys can keep up. All right, here we go. There we go, let's try it again. A little bit slower if we have to. Tap, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, move, over. Clap, pick, up, down, tap, and down. Nice job, guys. One last time. Great
Great job.
Now, before I show my final little mashup, I just wanted to let you know that I used the Acapella app. If you go to the App Store and you search Acapella, there is an app. I totally recommend this one. It was really helpful and really easy for me to do. You kind of just pick whatever you want your format to look like, and you record your first video, and then you can listen to the first video while you record your second one, and listen to those two while you record your third, and you can do as many as you want. So if this is something that you want to do while you're kind of just hanging out, definitely use that app, and yeah.
I'm gonna take you for the long way round. 2 bottles of water for the way. And I'll show you like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say? When I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Well, thanks for watching today's acapella video. I hope you guys learned something, got something out of it, or even just thought it was enjoyable. I hope that you guys get the chance to kind of try this out, maybe with your friends, with your families, with your siblings, parents, grandparents, with just one other person, or even just with yourself. I totally recommend that app. And I hope you guys find something fun to do, a song that you really like, and really have fun with it. I would absolutely love to see what you guys come up with. So if you end up doing anything like singing along, a cappella, one person, choir, band, whatever, and you make something, make a video, post it out, because I would super love to see what you guys come up with. I think this is really fun, and you'll be surprised. You never know who you'll inspire, and it's something really cool to do. So definitely post it out, because I want to see it, and I know everyone else would love to see it. And then if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out. I would love to help, and again, love to see what you come up with. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of virtual camp. Have fun, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. Bye!